Hey there, I wanted to walk you through the Unit 1 activity. Now, this activity relates to visual merchandising. So, in this activity, you will demonstrate your understanding of visual merchandising by creating a drawing of a visual merchandising display. You can choose any type of product you would like to market, except for clothing and accessories. So, accessories would include like jewelry or handbags or like watches or sunglasses, kind of things like that. So to begin this activity, you're going to start with a little bit of reading. So you have three pretty short articles here to read, and these different strategies on visual merchandising will really, I think, help you get started and give you some good ideas on how you can market the product you've chosen. Now, after you've read those three articles, you are going to draw the product you've chosen and you're going to illustrate how you would plan on displaying it in a store. Now, this can either be done on a piece of paper, and you can either take a picture of that on your cell phone and upload it, or you could scan it using a printer. Or if you are super sophisticated and experienced in something like Adobe Photoshop, you absolutely can go that route as well. But play to your strengths here. You can either draw it on paper or you can do it in a computer program. So, some guidelines that you'll want to consider in your drawing. You will want to make sure that you feature the product in a way that it is very clear what's being marketed here. So, the product needs to be the centerpiece, the focal point of your drawing. The next thing you'll want to consider is your target market. What do you think will appeal to them? Think about in these articles the types of things that might appeal to who you're trying to market toward. Is it for kids? Is it for teenagers? Is it for women or men or who? And then the last thing you'll want to consider in this drawing is using a minimum of 3 techniques that were discussed in these articles. There are some really good ones here that you guys can choose from. Now, the last thing you'll do, the second part of this assignment, is you're going to write a pretty short explanation of your visual merchandising plan and why you think consumers would find it appealing. So, at bare minimum, you'll need to include in your explanation what exactly the product you are selling and who your target market is, who's your audience, who do you want to buy it. The next thing is an explanation of the visual merchandising techniques that you've used. It says here that you need to use at least 2. Up here it says 3. We'll say 2 to 3 total, right? And then down here it says you'll need to defend each visual merchandising strategy that you used and need to explain how it contributes to the intended effect of getting more consumers to buy more products. And then the last thing you'll need to do is explain why the visual merchandising techniques that you chose are well suited for this particular product. So think about especially your target market and think about your product and think about how the strategies you've chosen would appeal to your target market, right? So I would recommend that you type your explanation in a Google Doc and then you can insert your drawing if you've scanned it, or if you have like a PDF or a JPEG of it, you can insert it in your document, or you can upload and attach 2 separate files, one for your drawing and another for your document.